What happens when a beloved Southern comedian is pushed too far on live television? It turned into one of the most unforgettable moments in late-night history, and it all started so simply. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and leave a comment sharing what you think about what happened. You're going to want to hear this. Leanne Morgan walked onto the Tonight Show stage to huge applause. The crowd was full of fans who had followed her for years, and the energy in the studio was electric. Jimmy Fallon greeted her warmly, arms open as she reached her seat. "Leanne Morgan, everybody," he said, clapping along with the audience. "It's great to have you here. I've seen your specials, and you're one of the funniest people working today." Leanne smiled. "Thank you, Jimmy. That's very kind. I'm happy to be here. Your new tour's selling out everywhere," Jimmy said. "What's it like going from small clubs to these huge theaters?" Leanne laughed. "It's surreal. I used to play shows for maybe a dozen people, half of them family. Now I walk out to thousands, and I still wonder if they bought tickets for me by mistake." The audience laughed, and Jimmy grinned. "That's amazing. Your comedy is so relatable. Marriage, kids, getting older. Where does it all come from?" "I've been married over 30 years, Leanne said. "I have 3 kids, and they give me endless material. My husband is the most patient man alive. He has to be." "And you're from Tennessee, right? Small town?" Jimmy asked. "Yes, sir. Born and raised. About 2,000 people. Counting the dogs," she said, and the audience chuckled. But then Jimmy's tone shifted. "Leanne," he said, "your comedy is very wholesome, very family-friendly. Do you ever feel that limits you? Some comedians push boundaries, go darker. Ever think about that?" Leanne's smile faded slightly. "I don't feel limited. I tell stories true to who I am, and that connects with people." "Right," Jimmy said, still pressing. "But isn't comedy about pushing boundaries, making people uncomfortable sometimes?" "Comedy's about making people laugh," Leanne replied, accent a bit stronger. "There are many ways to do that. I don't need to shock anyone. My life is funny enough." Jimmy leaned back with a faint smile. "But don't you think clean comedy gets less respect than edgier stuff? People think of the greats as risk-takers." The audience grew quiet. "Jimmy, I've sold out Radio City Music Hall," Leanne said calmly. "My specials have millions of views. I'm doing fine without shocking anyone. Respect comes from connecting, not being edgy." Jimmy held his hands up. "I'm just saying maybe your comedy is a little too safe." The room went silent. Leanne stared at him. "Too safe?" she repeated. "Are you seriously saying that?" "It's just a question," Jimmy said, less confident. "You have to admit you play it safe up there." Leanne leaned forward. "Let me tell you about safe. I've performed in rooms where nobody wanted to laugh and won them over by being real. Don't call me safe when you don't know what it takes to do what I do." Jimmy shifted. "Okay, maybe we're off track here." "No, we're right on track," Leanne said. "You brought this up." The band looked uneasy, and the audience sat frozen, unsure if it was a bit or a real argument. "I didn't mean to offend you," Jimmy said. "I just meant comedians sometimes need to take risks to stay relevant." "Stay relevant?" Leanne repeated. "My last special is still top 10 on Netflix, and my tour is expanding. What part of that is irrelevant?" Jimmy forced a smile. "I meant artistic growth. Do you ever step outside your comfort zone?" "Comfort zone?" Leanne's voice sharpened. "You think talking about being a wife, a mother, getting older, you think that's easy or safe?" Jimmy opened his mouth, but she continued. "You know what's really safe? Sitting here with writers giving you jokes, doing the same format for decades. That's safe. What I do on stage isn't." Silence fell. Jimmy's face turned red. "That's unfair. I work hard on this show." "I'm sure," Leanne said coolly. "But don't call me safe when you've never done what I do." "All right, let's move on," Jimmy said nervously. "Tell us about your kids." "No, Jimmy," Leanne said firmly. "You started this conversation. Let's finish it." Jimmy glanced off stage for help. None came. "Maybe you're limiting your audience by being wholesome," he said. "Some people might skip your work thinking it's all sunshine and rainbows." Leanne laughed sharply. "Have you even watched my specials, Jimmy?" His silence said it all. "Exactly," she said. "You don't respect my work. You think because I don't curse or talk about drugs, it's lesser." "That's not true," Jimmy said weakly. "It is true," Leanne shot back. I expected better. You built your brand on being likable, and now you're tearing me down for the same thing. I'm not trying to tear you down, Jimmy insisted. I'm just asking questions. No, you're trying to look bold by making me look soft, Leanne said. The audience was completely riveted. Let's take a break, Jimmy suggested weakly. Now you want a break? Leanne said. You started this. We're finishing it. Jimmy looked mortified. I'm sorry, he said. I didn't mean to disrespect you. But you did, Leanne said. When you ask if my comedy is too safe, you're implying I'm not enough. Jimmy looked rattled. Leanne, I respect you, he said softly.
Do you?
She asked. Respect means doing your homework. Respect means seeing all comedy as valid. You're right, Jimmy admitted. I should have prepared better. Yes, you should, Leanne said. But this isn't just about you. It's about how women in comedy get treated. We get judged differently. The audience murmured in agreement. When men talk about family, they're brilliant. When women do, we're safe. That's the double standard. I hear you, Jimmy said quietly.
Do you?
Leanne pressed. I've heard it my whole career. People told me to be dirtier, meaner, anything but myself. And I tried until I realized there's nothing wrong with me. The problem is the system, not me. Applause erupted. I came to talk about my tour, she said. Instead, I had to defend my entire career. That's not okay. You're right, Jimmy said, genuinely remorseful. I messed up. I'm sorry. Are you sorry you did it or sorry you got called out? Leanne asked. I'm sorry I did it, he said quietly. I was wrong. Then prove it, Leanne said. Treat the next woman here with respect. I will, Jimmy said. Leanne stood. I appreciate your apology, but I can't stay. The audience gasped. Leanne, please don't leave, Jimmy pleaded. We can talk about your tour. No, Jimmy, she said. You invited me to question my credibility. I won't pretend it's fine now. Please, Jimmy said. Why, she asked. Because it makes you look bad? Maybe people should see what happens when someone's disrespected, she said. It's about giving you a voice, Jimmy said. Your fans came to see you. Leanne turned to the audience. I love you all, and I'm sorry it went this way, but I can't stay. Standing ovation erupted. Jimmy was stunned. This isn't how I wanted it, he said softly. Then you should have been prepared, she said, handing off her mic. Can I say one last thing? Of course, Jimmy said. Leanne faced the camera. To young comedians, especially women, never let anyone make you feel small. Don't change yourself to please anyone. Tell your story your way. And if someone disrespects you, walk away. The audience cheered as she left. I hope you learn from this, Jimmy, she said gently. I will, he said softly. Clips went viral instantly. Social media debated furiously. Some defended Jimmy, but many praised Leanne's courage. Her tour sold out faster, and people sought her specials, realizing she wasn't playing it safe. She was fearless. That night sparked conversations about respect and equality in comedy. Leanne kept doing what she does best. Telling stories, making people laugh, and proving that being true to yourself is the bravest move of all. Hit subscribe and tell us, was Leanne right to walk off or should she have stayed?